This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
Hey guys, this is Valerie Lauer with the iPhoneAppReview.com. You're with a video app review of an application we've had this week called Soccer Puzzle League. This is an application that combines a lot of really cool different elements of gameplay into one kind of smooth, seamless application. And it's actually really, really fun. I didn't think I would be quite so hooked, but I'm a really big fan of the app in general. So a couple different things here on the main page you can do. You can start a brand new game if you choose to, which it lets you name your profile whatever you want to. We're actually going to go back. You can load an existing game. I have a couple going on here, which we'll kind of come back to in a second. Or you can access some tutorials. Getting used to this game and the gameplay is actually kind of complicated. I would really suggest going through these tutorials. I went through, the most important one in my opinion is this Battle Systems one. I went through this one and then played the game. And then came back and looked at it again, and then it all really made so much more sense. So, a little bit complicated, but we're going to get through it. So, we're going to go to Load Game, and load my Val Rules game, which has been not doing too bad. We've earned some, modest awards here. I've been playing for a while. I'm level 3, and as you can tell, there's a lot to this game. In addition to just playing the game, there are achievements you can unlock, which are really cool. There's quite a few of them. There's a shop where you can upgrade your equipment, which I'm actually going to do right now, since I'm here and talking to you guys. We're going to go ahead and, let's see, oh, this is where you would manage it. I'm going to go, no, this is where you would buy it, forgive me. We're going to go with Boots 2, we're going to buy the item, we're going to say yes, because as you play you do earn these gold coins, which you can use to access different items which enhance your game, which is what we're doing right now. And then you can manage your equipment there. You also have a series where you actually manage your skills, which is really cool, actually. Look at that on the game. There's trainings, which I mentioned, and there are all these different challenge modes. So if you get really good and think you're the hot stuff, trust me, by the time you get down here to Legendary, you won't think you're so hot anymore. And you can buy things and like it, and here's your total at the bottom. I had about 2,000 something, but I've spent some money. So let me show you the game after all that. It is a game you play versus the computer, so you're playing against an opponent directly. This tells you your status. So against this opponent, I've lost 10 games, 5 have been a draw, and I've won 5. So as you might imagine right away, I don't do so hot, and then it gets a little bit better. Here are our statistics. This is information about your opponent. Their SHT and their THL have to do with how good they are on the offense and on the defense. And this other information here is their DP, is how many defense points they have, which is really what this game is all about. So this game is set up like a match game. So you look at this thinking, oh, I would need to match things, right? In part, yes. Your goal is to hang on to your defense points. So as it says right here, my defense points are 22. My opponent's defense points are 24. I have ratings there, they have ratings there. I'm kind of looking pretty good right now because I'm kind of ahead of the game and not too far behind defense points. As you score, your score will appear here, their score will appear there, and you can just touch to get rid of it. So what you're trying to do is get rid of their defense points, which you do by matching goals. So as you match goals, it takes away from their defense point total. Pretty straightforward, right? These are the coins that you select or save, which is how you purchase things. And these are where the problem comes in. The soccer balls are sent on you by your opponent. Your opponent doesn't have an option to play on the board to get rid of your defense points. What they do is they throw these soccer balls out. You have 5 turns, in this case, to get rid of these points, and this will take 18 points off of your defense points if it's left without, you doing anything. These kicks are what you would do to get rid of it. So if you say 1, 2, 3, you now have taken it down to 14, and you have 4 more tries to get rid of it. Now if, heaven forbid, they get through all your defense points, you get down to 0, they get a point. You get through all their defense points and they get to 0, you get a point. So that's how that works. Your job is to manage these various concerns. So you need to do your best to neutralize those balls before it gets bad. Now, the blue are your kind of goalie hands, if you will. So some of these are obviously going to get to a point where, they took some points away. So I'm down to 8 defense points. What I can do is use these blue gloves to get some of my defense points back. Not too bad, right? Now, they only have 2 defense points left. I'm going to go ahead and use those 3, clear them out, and I am now ahead. Val Rules has a goal. So, again, that kind of is the main idea. It did take me a little while to figure that out, so I will say that much. This game is a bit complicated when you first start playing, and as a result, it took me a little while to get where I was, winning any matches, but once I got hooked, I got really hooked. The graphics in this application, I'll say, are okay. I'm not blown away, but I'm not complaining either. They're plenty clear. Nothing too bad there. Complexity-wise, the game is as complex as you want to make it. The further along you get, and see, sometimes it get kind of stuck. If you just tap it again, it'll usually go just fine. But I did kind of do a little bit of those kind of hanging up problems. Not too many of them, but a couple here and there throughout the game. So nothing too crazy. But again, a lot of fun and a neat idea, a neat combination of different gameplay functionalities and trial. And really something that I was surprised was so good. The turn-wise, you get to 30, it's halftime, you get to 60, and the game is over. So think of that while you're playing too. You don't have forever to take out your opponent, but you do have a while to make an impact through the game. So this has been Valerie Lauer with the iPhone app review, with a video app review of a really interesting application. Again, definitely take a look. This application we gave it 4 out of 5 stars, mostly because the gameplay is so interesting. But it could use a little bit of an upgrade, I think, on the design personally. And again, just a couple hang-ups that I had while I was playing it on the iPad 2 here. But again, the iPhoneAppReview.com, this has been Valerie Lauer with the video app review. Until next time.